Eccoci. Ok. Dobbiamo pubblicare YouTube, che tanto mi darà come sempre un qualche latenza. Eccolo qua. Allora, modifica. Prima abbiamo salvato in questo punto dove questi simpatici signori, che a quanto pare vestono ehm, l'uniforme dei soldati della... come si chiama? Freestar, mi sfugge il nome italiano, che però parlavano poco fa della rapina, che era un diversivo per i Ranger. Quindi in realtà potrebbe essere che sono la banda di Bippoli, quelli prima, che ovviamente non ricordo assolutamente il nome. Ehm, E niente, questi simpatici signori potrebbe tranquillamente essere appunto che sono i banditi e non soldati che diceva prima. Quindi stavano parlandoci.
Miss Wagner called in the cavalry. Accepted it.
Ti faccio
I
esplodere,
suggest
però
you
vabbè.
turn around and walk away while you still can.
Ok,
A firefight here could get messy. Some good old-fashioned talking might be the ticket.
e certo.
Oh, it ain't exactly the farm that's special, but that ain't none of your business. Don't recognize the uniforms. Guess I shouldn't be surprised. It's like the Major said, everyone's conveniently forgotten.
A meno che non è un vecchio
Forgotten
plotone.
our sacrifice. Forgotten how we... We'll make them all remember soon enough. You think you're an... Well, I've got news. So, got any...
E non mi sembra ci siano molte opzioni di dialogo, voglio dire.
Oh, I think it does.
We've been found!
Madam, leave here
We're
alive!
live!
Now we're talking. Got blood in my eyes.
Ma già che ne devo stare in prima persona, che sennò non funziona. Mi dico sempre sto dettaglio.
One day.
Ok, quelli che non sul confine sono quelli da picchiare. Momento di panico e bordello, ma ci siamo. Magari mi mangio uno sperlare. Uno Zanzibar.
Well now, Ms. Wagner called... I see...
A firefight here.
Is that so? What's more, we've got numbers. Seems to me you're playing with a weak hand. So, got any last... If you think I give a damn about the Freestar Rangers, then you've got no idea who you're dealing with. Matter of fact, that just makes it even...
Air him out, Paul!
Guess we're going all cave.
Wow. Esploso proprio. Diretto. Boom. Ultimo, dai, se no sti qua sono una droga.
Well now, Ms. Wagner, I see...
A firefight here could...
You think you're... Well, I've got new... So... If you think I give a damn. Matter of fact,
Air him out! We've been found out!
Guns are open. Cover me! It'll take more than that. I can't see.
Allora,
Everything's blurry. Got one. Oh, hurts. Move, move! This feels like old times.
veramente queste missioni qui.
Damn, that was a lot rougher than I expected. Let's talk.
Dimmi.
Are you okay?
Mm.
Really? Guess you've led a pretty exciting life. Maybe the less I know about that, the better. Let's search the area. Maybe we can find something that explains what these guys were up to. Hopefully, we can find something that explains who these guys were and why they were after the Wagoner farm.
Va bene.
Likewise.
To the victor goes the spoils. I said that right?
La padella. Quelli cosa sono? Fagioli? Birra. Una birra nel fuoco. Curioso. Scelta curiosa. Va bene. Abbiamo del liquore.
We should check the place out.
Moments like this are too
Bene.
few and far between.
Giacca da lavoro lasciamola lì. Cannocchiale, simpatico cannocchiale. Dannati tizi. Non la raccolgo neanche. Certo che se questo è il livello del drop a molto difficile, cioè a facile cosa mi droppavano? Delle forchette. Bah. Allora, la prendo così non ci continua ad andare a cliccare sopra. Questo è il tizio simpatico che mi spara da lontano, va bene. Qua c'è l'ennesimo binocolo. Ma direi che non mi interessa. Furfante capo. Poi c'è anche la loro nave, va bene. Perché mi hai droppato un'ascia? Sei insopportabile. Erano così pochi cadaveri, 3, veramente. Non so, mi sembrano pochi più che altro. Uno lì. Qua col primo che ho fatto. Poi c'è questo. Quello. Vabbè. Vediamo un po' sta bagnarola invece. Almeno il medikit è inaccessibile, ovvio. Ma allora, giusto per sicurezza. Uno. Due. Tre.
Let's have a look around.
Quattro. Va bene, così sia. Vediamo. Lavoro. Oh. Lascia. Parliamo con la boss che sta guardando una scatola vuota. Carina.
Find anything interesting? Let's see what we have here. Interesting. So, their ship was stolen from the Hope Tech factory. Whoever pulled that off must have been one hell of a shipjacker. Well, I guess someone really wants that farm bad. Speaking of which, let's get back there and let Miss Wagner know that she's safe. For now.
Già. Intanto che carica, fammi controllare una cosina. Questi cioccolatini qua sono veramente buoni. Poi sono le mandorle. Mm. Va bene. Ah, parla con la signora. Intanto che sono qua, adesso trovo una pianta.
And a scanning we go.
niente. Troppo lontana. Va bene. Andiamo di qua. La signora nel fienile.
What's the news? What happened? Did you find those men? Well, it's good to see you're all right then. They must have been crazy or desperate, trying to take on the Freestar Rangers. So who were they? And why do they want my farm? Hope Tech? The cargo ship company? Sorry, I don't know anything about that. They say the Rangers always get their man, so to speak. I'm sure you'll figure it out. I can't thank you enough. I'd hate to be remembered as the wagoner who couldn't hold on to the farm that's been in the family for so long. Of course. All the same, I'm grateful.
If you have any more trouble, give us a call. We're in system, so it won't take long to get someone out here. All right, Deputy. Let's get back to the rock. We need to report this to the Marshal.
Va bene.
Good folk here. Hard workers.
Diamo un'occhiata rapida.
Please tell me that was target practice.
Non sapevo fossero anche sulla sulla fermaterra. La terraferma, quelle schifezze. Sì, quelle sono una specie di mucche che c'erano anche al... come si chiama? A quella sottospecie di museo. In realtà ho capito che non c'è nulla, ma giusto per evitare di lasciare qua una rivista. Ma sembrerebbe proprio di no. Anche qua non vedo nulla. Qua non vedo nulla. Andiamo di qua, nella casa principale. Questo è tipo il vano tecnico. Carino come avete sistemato, dai. Qua c'è un po' di roba antica, qua c'è la camera padronale, un po' di suppellettili varie. Andiamo di sopra. che forse fortunatamente è piccolo. Bagno. Non ho visto. Questo qua è tipo uno studio? No, un'altra camera. Ah, forse quella sotto è la camera degli ospiti. Questa è la camera. Ah, vedi che c'era? Di notte. Questo non me l'aspettavo. Va bene, andiamo. Allora, porto allo sceriffo. Sceriffo. Dai, sceriffo.
Looks like organics aren't gonna be a problem here.
Aquila City's always hopping.
Sì. Sì, non si ferma mai. I cartoni che fanno freestyle all'ingresso, poi. Una sciccheria.
Work hard, play hard. That should be the free
La cosa strana, cioè capisco il dover far questo mood, come dire, Far West, ma perché hanno le strade principali col fango? Cioè, più che altro è poco logico. Guarda che tutte le volte che entri ti sposti, ti sporchi le scarpe, è un disastro.
That call we got from Wagner Farm turned out to be a little more interesting than I was expecting. Some men were trying to run the Wagners off their land. They tried to buy it first, but when that didn't work, they turned to threats. We confronted them, and unfortunately, it came to violence. None of them survived.
You helped someone in need and came back alive. That's a job well done. I agree. Until we see the whole picture, we won't know if Miss Wagner is truly safe. What did you make of these men who were trying to take the farm? If that's true, then someone must have hired them. Now, did you find anything that might give us a lead on why these men wanted the farm? Hope Tech ships ain't exactly cheap. That thief could probably tell us a lot about these men you ran into.
There's something else. They were dressed in Freestar militia uniforms. The unit badge was yellow on black with the number 1. Didn't you fight in the Colony War, Marshal? That sound familiar at all?
The 1st Cavalry. I was in that unit for a while. But it was disbanded decades ago. After the Battle of Nera. What was left of it, anyway. I suppose it ain't impossible, but it's real damn unlikely. The unit was pretty much wiped out, and the few that survived ended up in prison after a court-martial for disobeying orders. I don't recall how long the sentence was. The 1st Cavalry lost almost all their mechs and soldiers in a big push to take a United Colonies base. They were just about there when a ceasefire order came down. Both sides had just lost too much by then. It was a bloodbath. The commanding officer of the 1st disobeyed the order. He didn't want the lives of his soldiers to be sacrificed for nothing. They court-martialed him, and the rest of the surviving officers, and locked them all up. No, it doesn't. Just raises more questions. It's a good bet that starship thief can help us get some answers. The Hope Tech factory is in Hope Town on Polvo. Nia Kalu's our ranger stationed out there. She can introduce you to Ron Hope, the president of Hope Tech. He might be able to help you find the thief. Just make sure you stay on his good side. He's on the Council of Governors, and they're the ones we answer to. The ruling body that oversees the Freestar Collective and the Rangers.
Okay.
The council members are the political and corporate elite of the Freestar Collective, so we have to tread lightly when we're dealing with them. Proud, stubborn, and smart. A self-made man. He built Hope Tech through blood, sweat, and sheer willpower.
Cosa scopriremo su di lui?
Good. The last thing I need is the council breathing down my neck. This is your assignment now, Deputy. Work with the other Rangers. Find out what you can about those men on Montera Luna. Meantime, I'll look into a possible connection with the 1st Cavalry. Good hunting.
La pennica rapida.
I hope you got better sleep than I did.
Comunque, a parte il fatto che praticamente, a parte le frasi di Sara quando dormiamo, non c'è minimo riferimento a cose sessuali, è strano. Cioè,
We need to be smarter. Better in the way we handle the Ashta.
Hey! How have you been? Staying out of trouble? Didn't I say it was all for a good cause? Things here have been... well, they're better. The ISIS thought a bit between me and Davis. We'll probably never be friends, but at least we're on speaking terms now. I think he finally appreciates the value of my research. Yeah, we're much better as a team, even if it is a cautiously engaged one. In fact, speaking of Davis, I have to confess, I'm a little worried about him. In analyzing the recent data, I've isolated readings suggesting that someone is making patrols far more often than in the recent past. I don't have any direct evidence, but I know it's Davis. It's gotta be. I'm worried that everything I've inadvertently put him through is kinda, I don't know, pushed him over the edge, or at least a little too close to it. I have recognized that Davis has an emotional reaction to my presence. We're on speaking terms, but he still gets agitated. I don't want to make things worse. I'm better with statistics and circuits than I am with people. I've already made a mess of this situation. Do you think you could go speak to him? If nothing
Certo.
else, it would ease my conscience.
I can't believe Bailey did such a bonehead move.
Oh, brother. Why is it every time I see your face, I bet a headache's gonna follow shortly after?
Gentile.
Mm-hmm. All broken up about it, I'm sure. So what can I do for you? I don't know whether I should be reassured that someone cares or creeped out that someone's watching me that closely. That woman, I swear, even though we've smoothed over most of the rough spots, she still manages to strike a nerve without even trying. I'm not quite sure, if I'm being honest. It's a gut feeling. When we were out there and we found that robot, obviously that threw me for a loop. Still can't believe one of my own people will pull a stunt like that, endangering us all. But the more I thought about it, that whole episode doesn't account for some of the tracks I saw out there. Too large, too spread out. Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of. If there's a bigger Ashta out there, something meaner than what we've seen so far, I have to know. I tell you what, if you and Kiona are worried, why don't you just come with me then? Either I get an extra gun in the fight, or you get to laugh at the old man and say, I told you so. I'll give you a chance to gear up if you need it. And, maybe grab the biggest gun you got, just in case. All right. You know, Keone showed me her data. She's a clever kid.
So your
She's
ship
got a
come in.
lot of
Nice
things
ride.
figured out. I think we can make some real improvements in the future. She had a couple sets of data that she thought were erroneous or something. But it seems to me that it might not be. Bigger, faster, Ashta sounds like it matches up with the tracks I've seen. But I tell you, I'm hoping she's right. It's just a glitch. And no need to tell her I said that. Wouldn't want it going to her head. All right, here we are. Let's head this way. I remember a story from the first time I was here on Aquila. I had totally forgotten about it till recently. Every so often we get independent types who think that they can succeed where everyone else has failed. Some of them stride off into the wilderness, certain that they're gonna make more credits than anyone in history. Mining, botany stuff, whatever. Warnings just don't get through to them. Most of them don't come back. But this one time, miner from some corporation or other, he drags himself back into the city bloody and half dead. Claimed he seen an Ashta big as a house out there. The older guys all said he was delirious. And me, well, I was new as anything and just listened to him. Now, though, I'm wondering if maybe it wasn't just blood loss and the heat stroke. Maybe he really did see something. Maybe I should have come out here a long time ago. Shit, that's gotta be it! No matter what happens, you make it back to the city and tell them about this. You hear me?
Oh, did you get it? Whatever it was.
Tutto qua?
Beta had proof, nobody would believe us about the Alpha. I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't think we were gonna make it through that. If you hadn't been with me, no way I'd be standing right now.
Never thought there'd be a day when I saved the Davis Wilson.
I mean, it does, and it doesn't, you know? We got out alive this one time. That's good. But this ain't gonna be the last time we have to deal with this. Now that we know these things are out here, we need to track them and keep them out of populated areas. And that plan is gonna need everybody. So, I'm gonna swallow my pride a bit here and ask you to go tell Keone what we found. Let her know that her data wasn't an error and that she needs to focus on it. Oh, don't worry about me. Thanks again for saving my ass.
Va bene, andiamo avanti. Questo zainetto non salta molto, o sbaglio? La zainetta, vabbè, il boost pack insomma. Bah, vabbè. Eccoci qua.
So, what happened? Really? Oh my gosh, I can't believe I didn't trust it. You know, I was really hitting a point where I was starting to think maybe this was all a mistake, that I stuck my nose into something I shouldn't have. Davis was so certain they had everything under control that they didn't want or need my help. But they did, didn't they? Yes, you're right. I need to reevaluate all the existing data. Who knows what else we can get out of it? I need to get to work on this immediately. But while I've been sitting around, I whipped up a little something for you. I thought it was funny. Now that I'm giving it to you, I'm hoping it's not in really poor taste. Anyway, thank you. Again.
Ho trovato un'arma. Ma fino a qualche tempo fa sarebbe stato qualcosa di eccellente.
If you are ever looking to buy property, remember me. Nice to meet you. I'm Mr. Tate, and you have the... Welcome to Aquila City. I don't suppose you're in the market. If so, then look no further. In the heart of the Freestar Collective, I have 2 properties for sale. This one here is a refurbished colonial manor in the heart of the core. I also have a more modest 1-bedroom in Midtown. Any interest in them? It's my favorite listing I've had in years. Spacious in the core itself. I took great pains to get all the approvals, so the neighbors should be no problem. It's historic and spacious. Oh my, so much space. And the price is a veritable bargain. You have made my year with this. I just know this manor will bring you nothing except joy.
Mega laggone. Ok, si è ripreso.
I'm the best realtor in town.
Capisco. Beh, che dire, meno male che è una casa di pregio.
I love my job. So many memories of happy homeowners.
Hopefully you're not some UC drone.
Io prima ero arrivato qua, no? Sì.
Hey, no funny stuff with that boost pack. Not enough light traffic in the...
Sì. Qua dove c'era l'orto e qualcuno aveva detto alla tizia di sfruttarlo al meglio e fa no, non siamo mica nello sì, bla bla. Va bene, questo è il classico posto di spostamenti barra agguati barra non si sa. Andiamo di qua. Sì. Di qua.
Aquila's a good place to raise a family. I
grow up so fast.
I feel sorry. He kicked the ball over the wall. Over the wall!
And the crowd goes wild!
He'd be a lot better if you practiced. It'd be a lot more fun if you hadn't lost the ball.
You really going through with it?
I get tired of being ordered around. I want to be my own boss.
Okay.
We got to pay Russia anything?
Ever wonder how the Crimson
No,
Fleet
as long
seems
as
to be
you clean
everywhere?
up after yourself.
Because they had little outposts everywhere.
That's awfully kind of
There
her.
were so many facilities abandoned.
Mrs. Lance is a killer through and through.
Pirates use them as forward operators.
Nice grouping on that last one.
Yeah, the cycle's off.
Va bene.
Same time next week?
I don't actually like the color. It's like the logo.
You don't need to wear your helmet on this planet.
He'd be a lot better if you practiced like me, instead of just daydreaming.
Dov'è la porta di sto posto? Vabbè.
Listen, no offense, but I'm swamped. I do jobs for the... Yeah? What? Or, sorry, I thought you were listening.
Moving to Midtown, that bank robber. Tom's a good man. Sometimes I worry about the company.
Certo.
I really don't understand why Weston can't rein in his brother a little. How much are we going to lose on this brewing nonsense?
If you're here for Weston, he's underfoot somewhere.
either here or at the factory. But please, if it's about that brewing nonsense, kindly leave. They don't need any more encouragement. Dear me, no, Weston's a fine man. If anything, that's why I want more from him. He could do even greater things, if only he could see that. I'm not some stuck-up teetotaler. My problem with the business is more nuanced. Weston, that's my husband. Well, he's never been what I'd call a dreamer or a visionary. He's a practical man, good with ledgers and numbers. His brother Henry's the creative one, but he seems to have lost interest in growing the company, and now all he wants to do is brew beer. Filburn Agricultural Systems could provide the whole of the settled systems with food, not just Aquila City. Seems those two are content to think small. I mean, you're right, of course. But with a little more hard work, so much good can be done. Well, you didn't come here to hear me natter on. Anything else? And try to come between Weston and his brother? They'd never allow it. Oh, I've tried to drop hints and make suggestions, but it all falls on deaf ears. I don't mean to sound ungrateful, of course. The company's healthy, and Weston and I live well enough. I'd like to help, you know? I'd like to be a part of things instead of feeling like I'm playing second fiddle. I suppose I should just accept my lot and try to find peace with it. Well, no, not as such. I mean, the business is doing just... Those knuckleheads have so much God-given talent.
I mean...
Well, there is. The stakes are huge. With further R&D on IntelliWheat, the entire settled systems could benefit. Surely that's worth some less than savory solutions. Right now, it's tailored to Aquila's biomes, allowing wheat to flourish in places it normally couldn't. But if Henry applied himself, who knows where else we could grow IntelliWheat? He may be frustrating, but Henry's the smartest person I've ever met. Just don't tell him that. That's reasonable. Henry's pet project is tied to market perception. His beer, annoyingly, but if we could make a bad batch, terrible, really, his margins are tight enough he might be forced to throw in the towel. What? Oh god, no. I just want it to taste bad. Like stale, or like it's whatever makes beer taste worse. The next big batch of beer is almost done brewing in our factory. You just need to find a way to break in without getting caught by the guard and tamper with it somehow. Then just wait a day or so and see how the batch goes over at the Stone Root Inn. Do that, and I'll pay you handsomely. That's the last I'll talk of this.
You're in the Vanguard, right? Hey, thanks for your service.
qua.
Caught a leech in the still once. Got some new recipes I'm looking forward to brewing. I'm the co-founder, along with my brother Weston, of Filburn Agricultural Systems. We're the city's main source of grain-based foods, which, speaking frankly, as I've said, we've done pretty well, though maybe not well enough for my brother's wife, Sarah. She thinks we ought to grow, to take the operation to the whole of the settled systems. I ask you, what's the point of success if you can't I suppose that's true. Maybe when I'm older, the idea of leaving a legacy will... For now, I'm content to spend my days perfecting what's sure to become the best wheat beer recipe. It's something I've always wanted to do, but it wasn't until after the company was solvent enough that I could focus on it. In a lot of ways, brewing wheat beer is a natural extension of the work we've all... Thanks to IntelliWheat, we already feed the city. Now, already am, in a way. I designed all the advertising. Had an Uncle Pete who used to do it for a living. He taught me. A pleasure talking with you.
Anza.
Unless this is urgent, I really can't talk. I'm busy working on plans for our next expansion. Supply and just want. Maybe you heard of IntelliWheat? My company made that, you know.
Un'idea così pessima, sabotare la birra di quella tizia.
People joke. Say those Baroon zealots worship a snake. Let me tell you, it ain't a snake. It's some kind of celestial being. They call it the Great Serpent.
Ok. Poi, l'arredo.
You meet all sorts in Aquila City.
UC can't be that bad, can it?
I don't think we typically allow customers up here.
po'. Questo è il solito, identico. Computer che c'è in tutti i posti.
Bit up there, huh? Space. Must be cool.
Evening, sir.
Non c'è posto e poi è pieno di sti posti mezzi abbandonati. Guarda chi c'è. Ciao.
Every breath here is a struggle. How are the settled systems treating you? Make any enemies yet? Good for you. Let's hope you stay on top, then. Once you start making a real impact on the universe, there's always more and more people who end up on the losing side of your decisions. Someone always gets hurt. Now you sound like one of the factions. I'm sure both the United Colonies and the Freestar Collective think they're making things better, but that didn't stop them from going to war. I guess that's just the nature of things, isn't it? People start by thinking they're doing the right thing, and then your version of what's right collides with someone else's.
Vero?
But it doesn't last. See, that's my point. Even if everyone is benefiting, some people are benefiting more than others. And then eventually someone thinks it's time to rebalance the scales. Better to just let people be. A single person achieving their own ends is at least honest. Helping people is just another form of control. Ah, there I go again. I was in danger of waxing philosophical last time, and now I'm knee-deep in it. I should stop while I'm ahead. I'll catch you around.
Ok.
Welcome to the Hitching Post. We just opened, so it's great to have you here.
Si può fare. Si può fare.
You're welcome to just hang out if you want. Some come here to drink, others for the company. Yeah, that's right. Been scraping together the money for months now. I got some help from my girl Alejandra too, but not as much as everyone's saying. I swear half the people in the city think I'm freeloading off her, which really burns me up, you know? Anyway, that's probably more than you wanted to hear. I'll show you.
Ciao. Fammi anche da seduta se vuoi.
Excuse me, is your ship in need of a doctor? Or a botanist? I might be able to help.
Wait, where are you going?
Ciao.
Hello there. It's been a long time since I saw a new face at the hitching post. Did you just... Hi, Captain. Do you employ a crew? I'd be happy to offer you my services. That is one way.
Sì. Ciao anche a te.
I go all over the settled systems. Might run into you again.
Sì. Prima di addentrarmi in quella parte di lì che so già che è ancora grande, io voglio provare a finire questo lato di qua. Perché? Se non ho capito male la conformazione di sto posto. Esatto.
Them in a lie, but maybe I'm wrong.
I wouldn't call them out on it, but I would definitely file it away.
They said they don't need a programmer on board, but their shipboard system literally...
Esatto. Lì ci siamo già stati, perfetto. Poi ci va dei libri. Qua c'è...
Ecologies are living. My research could open up more of Aquila to settlement in time.
Controlliamo di qua. No, qua non ci sono ancora stato.
Pardon? Mayor's all right. Always painting too rosy a picture, though.
Late one night, Annie Wilcox tried to arrest me for public indecency.
Oh,
She'll
I'm
be
sorry.
a terror. when
We'll
she
go.
shows up.
We'll go.
Okay.
Just need to find a time.
I was thinking... Neon?
Neon? They're barely a part of the Freestar Collective.
You should try Filburn's
So
beer.
we're getting
It's brewed in the
political
city, and it ain't bad.
Hopetown's not that different from Aquila. Hard workers, and everyone making their own way. But Neon?
But it could be so much fun. They
Yes.
say everything's legal on Neon.
We'll talk about it later. My mother always said that the secret to happiness is to learn to love where you are. She was a wise woman.
Eloise keeps this place running, and I guess I keep her running. Or at least I keep her
Just
sane.
let me drink in peace.
Eloise can hook you up with a drink if you're looking to stay. Hi there. Welcome. Keeping the inn running smoothly keeps me. If you're looking to stay, Eloise
This
can
place
handle
has
that.
been in my family
My
for
job's,
generations.
well,
It certainly is. My family's owned and operated this place going back generations. Why, the Stone Route's been around so long, it's even older than Midtown, and that's saying something. Aquila City folk value legacy and tradition deeply, and by running this, I get to be part of that. Just let me know if any...
Hey.
Hi there. Welcome to the Stone Root Inn.
A year or two back, I shared a drink with Ron Hope. That man can drink.
Allora. Ok, e quindi...
Ka-ching.
Let me know if you need something.
Yes?
I feel for the folk in the stretch. I try and give a credit or two to the Low House.
We need to be smarter, better in the way we handle the ash stuff.
Ok. Qua si torna di là. Ok,
Kill for a cup of
confermo.
coffee right about now.
Di qua non c'è niente, va bene. È giusto, giusto. Qua siamo andati qua sopra, va bene. Questo è bloccato, questo è abbandonato. Questa non si apre. Di qua. Di qua sono tornato. Ah, ok, di qua, sì. Ma no. Questa è casa mia, va bene. Ok. Ok. Oh.
Everything good? We're here to help.
Sì, sì. Io c'è il centro botanico, ok. Va bene. Tutto in riparazione, tutto chiuso come al solito, va bene. Questo cos'è? Ah, tenuta decor. Ah, ok, pensavo fosse tipo fuori città. Va bene. Va bene. Quindi tanto che sono qua, perché no?
Well, well. Sam Cole finally decides to darken our doorstep again.
You know why I'm here.
Oh? And what's that? You come to your senses? Realize where you ought to be for once?
I ain't asking again.
Va bene, Sam. Ne